What's up, my Panda? It's Peter Von Panda here. Hey, just picked this up from Olight. It's the H2R Nova. It is a versatile LED illumination tool, and I just thought I'd check this sucker out because look at this XHP50 LED. It is waterproof, IPX8, 153 meter throw, and look at this thing, man. It's got a clip on it. It's kind of like a periscope light. I've really enjoyed these. 2300 lumens. I thought we have to check this sucker out. This little arrow says pull me here, and so I'm gonna pull it and see if that, there we go. Kind of pulls this tab out. All right, so we get it. Olight right there. Pretty stoked about this thing, man. It should be super bright. And boom, look at this. Okay, more pull tabs. I think this pulls this out. Let's take a look at what's in this accessory. All right, so cool. So here is the piece that makes this thing super versatile. First of all, look at this charging cable, man. This is wicked cool. Like anodized blue, USB to this little charging plate. So we have the ability to charge it, it looks like, because it is a rechargeable battery. Here is the head lamp piece. So what's super cool about this, and it's because of the design, this little periscope design, you can use it like a flashlight, kind of like holding a pistol grip. Not legal in California. And then you get this headlamp, like the stretchy band. It's got wrap around the sides, and then the top, all adjustable. All the sides are adjustable. And then this mount, plastic right here, polymer up there, and then you have this rubber sleeve or kind of flap that holds the Olight in place. So you'd have it in here shining forward, and you could rotate it up and down. So you basically have a headlamp that converts to a flashlight. Now, kind of any headlamp could kind of do that. You could just hold it in your hand. But these are kind of purpose built to be flashlights or headlamps. I really, really love that. You've seen my kind of me being enamored with that before. So here it is. Look how big this is. It's not that big. It's nice and small, but for 2300 lumens, man, this thing has to have one powerful LED element, which you can see here, and you can actually feel it. There's a little texturing on the glass. So helps, I think, diffuse it. You get a little kind of honeycomb pattern on there. You can see that LED element. You have this clip that looks like it's removable. Will kind of snaps onto the collar right there, and then it has kind of a double curve. So you could kind of clip it onto something like this, but then you have this latch, so you could clip it on either way, like in a shirt this way or this way. And so that's kind of nice. It's kind of a double duty clip. I'm kind of wondering, I don't think you would need to remove the clip in order to use it. I think if I rotate it up here, let's just see, you might have to. Looks like I could probably get it over the clip, but I could also kind of run this under the clip if you didn't want to take it off, I think. Let's see if we can do that. So I got the clip in there, and there we go. So there, I didn't even remove the clip. It's held in there in place, so I can wear this on my head, and then I do have the ability to rotate it, obviously. So you don't have to take the clip off. I think it certainly looks like you can. You'd have to press it off, and so I don't want to do that any more than I have to. But that's kind of nice that you don't have to remove the clip. It says Olight right here. You have kind of some ridges on the barrel of the flashlight, some fins up here to help maybe cool it off, some blue anodizing around the lens right there. Man, it's just cool looking, and I'll tell you, it feels great in the hand. I mean, it feels like a rock solid piece of equipment. It's kind of hard to explain, but it has good weight, but it's not overly heavy, but it feels quality. Now you have some knurling down here, which is where I think you're going to get to the battery, and this is going to be where this connector, I think, will connect there. Wow, and it's magnetic. How cool is that, dude? Wow, if that really works, let's go. We'll plug it in and make sure that that's how you charge it. But how awesome is that to have you know, a USB kind of a charger that you don't have to plug in. Okay. The other thing I'm kind of noticing here is that the head lamp portion is magnetic too. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So even if, you know, for some reason this thing flips up, you know, I mean, this will, you obviously can pull it out, but at least you don't have to worry about it kind of falling out at the slightest drop of a hat. And in fact, that magnet's going to help take a little bit of load off the rubber strap there. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going here forward. I'm gonna unscrew the base, knurling right there, O-ring right there for waterproofing. We have that battery with a little plastic strap in there, and 18650 rechargeable. I think it's actually in backwards, probably maybe on purpose. Let me go ahead. Okay, guys, so I actually had the battery in backwards. It was the right way. I thought it was actually in backwards. Went ahead and flipped it back over. But now, if I hit this power button, boom, this thing lights up. It is freaking bright. I can feel the heat of the light on my hand, all right? So I'm not sure how many modes this thing has, or if it has any. But if I tap it once more, it goes off. So I know it has the one mode, that's for sure. Now, if I hold it down, that's where we get into other modes, okay? So, holding it down, holding it down, holding it down. All right, so here's what we've got. We've got a kind of a firefly mode, goes up a step, up another step, and then back to firefly mode. So it has 3 modes in terms of brightness, which is great. That's probably going to allow it to, you know, not drain that battery instantaneously, right? So I'm pretty impressed with that. Now, I'm not sure if there's any other modes, if I double tap or anything like that. Okay, it looks like if we double tap, we go into turbo mode or something. I can definitely feel the light on that bad boy. And if I double tap, yep, just kind of goes back and forth between the last mode and the double tap. And then holding it down goes through all the modes. Okay, so, okay, there's also another mode that you can get to called moonlight mode. So if the light is completely off like this, you just hold the button down for 2 seconds and it goes into moonlight mode. You can almost hardly see it. So they call it moonlight mode. I think it's for like map reading and whatnot. If you just tap the button, that's what turns it off. But to get into that low mode, just hold the button for 2 seconds. All right, so I'm going to turn it off here. Now, if I just hit the button once and then, you know, hold it to get to different modes, you can also get to an SOS mode by triple clicking. All right, so kind of the single clicks go to regular lights, double click goes to that turbo mode, and then triple clicks go to SOS. Another click to turn it off. Now, to get to a lockout, you know, because the button is exposed, if you don't want, you know, jiggling around in your pocket or your pack to turn it on, you would go to, when the light is off, you press and hold the switch for 2 seconds to access the button lockout mode, which will then go to that moonlight mode first, and now it's locked out. If I try to turn it on, nothing. And actually, the light comes on as I'm pressing it to kind of indicate that it's in lockout mode. Now, to get it out of lockout mode, press and hold the switch for for 2 seconds. And now we're back into moonlight mode, and I think I can just turn it off and turn it on with 1 click and hold it down to kind of scroll through it. So, you know, let's call it a 3-second hold will get you to lock and unlock. All right, so that's pretty awesome. So a lot of features, some things you'll have to commit to memory a little bit, but pretty cool. I'm kind of enamored with that moonlight mode thing. That is pretty cool. All right, now the big question is, does it work outside? Let's go out and find out. So out here, I've got some moonlight, definitely, and I've got the headlamp on, and it is super comfortable. It feels just like every other headlamps, and so that's pretty nice. I'm going to hit the power button here and see if we can turn it on, and now I've got it in this really low level, so it's the lowest level here. As you can see it, I should also mention here that I have it in what is called the natural white, or the natural light. They also have it in a white light, which I think will be kind of a brighter light, but this is, I think, a little more yellow, and I really like this light, the natural light, because it kind of gives you, I feel like, a little bit more realistic color spectrum. So, all right, so I've got it there, and let's go ahead and hit the next level. Actually, that's the lower. Oops, I think I just turned it off. So we've got that level. All right, I forgot. I got to hold it down, not tap it. Now we're on the much brighter level here, and as you can see, you know, no problem seeing grass out in front of me. Lights up things really, really nicely. If I hold it down one more time, boom. I think you can see here, I can see things, including all the bugs out here, wonderfully. And if I double tap, we get to that turbo mode, and wow, what is it? Noon? Just like lit up the world. I mean, I can see the trees out there fine. Obviously, the bugs are getting really attracted to me, and man, this turbo is brilliant. I'm feeling the top of the flashlight here, and the top portion is getting warm already. So I'm just gonna turn it off here for a second, and then hit it one more time to kind of go back, and then hold down here. So again, back to the lower level, which would be perfect for night hikes, for manipulating things, for camping, and obviously even brighter there, and half step up. Now kind of to the brightest normal setting. Now if I go to triple click, we get to the SOS, which seems to work fine. And if I turn it off there, and now I'm going to hold down for 2 seconds and see if I can get to that really low level light. So, you know, I call this a firefly mode, but perfect for kind of having light and operating in stealth. But man, I'll be honest, you know, that freaking bright setting is crazy. I mean, and it just casts a ton of light. It's not just like a really bright pencil beam. I mean, it's broadcasting a big swath of light too, man. Let's just say, let me be honest. This Olight equipment is just top notch. You can feel it in the construction. That magnetic charger is wicked awesome, and just the lighting element that they produce is just unreal. So yeah, did they cost a couple bucks? For sure, but can you get something that is kind of unparalleled in this product line? Oh, I'm definitely saying absolutely. I mean, this thing is bright, man, and just the convenience of having a flashlight and a headlamp all in one. I mean, it means you can really kind of take one device with you when you go out in the wilderness. I love it. I'll put a link to it in the description. You definitely need to pick one of these up. Peter von Panda, out.